Hey folks, lyarri here. Today we're reacting to Do All Reality Stars Think the Same? Spectrum by Jubilee. I used to watch a decent amount of reality TV, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really watch anything of the modern era. Kinda wanna watch F-Boy Island. I'm considering it. Anyways, let's go.
I lost my job. I lost my coaching career. I mean, I lost everything. I mean, it was brutal.
Oh,
There are things I regret doing on camera. Three,
probably.
1.
I was like
Oh my
really
God.
drunk at a bar, and I confronted one of our other cast members about like what his political views might have been, and I think maybe that's the one thing I feel like I probably shouldn't have done.
I mean, sometimes you try and say something and it just doesn't come out perfectly. If it made somebody feel bad,
Sorry, so she was Thing, not Things. I get it. I like her fit.
somebody I care about, or like, I feel bad about that for sure.
I just kind of hate looking back at it and not feeling like I was my own person, and aligning with somebody who in the real world I never would have aligned with.
Yeah, I said a lot of out-of-pocket jokes on my show, and a lot of people were mad. I don't regret saying any of it, because at the time I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh my God.
It's who I am, you know? I say dumb shit.
I mean, did I do stupid
I
things?
really wonder what he said.
Maybe. Did I say things that were out of character? Maybe. I think for me, regret would be a wasted emotion because through your mistakes, that's when you really grow. When we're doing all the right things, we don't ever grow. And so looking back on what I could have, would have, should have done, to me, doesn't make sense. I just use the mistakes and try to channel that into making a better person.
I love that. It's like, if you do everything good, how do you grow? I mean, do you have to? Anyways, I feel like this is really good advertising for the shows. Like, I actually, it shows like why you'd want to see them in a reality TV show setting.
The producers tried to portray me as someone
This is definitely gonna be like strongly agree, everyone.
2, 1.
Oh my God, King.
I had such paranoia and such anxiety because of things that certain producers were trying to get me to say on the show. They tried to get me to body shame one of my castmates. They tried to get me to say some kind of mean, catty things that were very out of character for me, to the point where one of the producers who I liked and felt safe with jokingly called me Regina George, because I would always express to him how I hated that the other producers tried to get me to be a mean girl.
When I got back, everybody was like, did you cheat? Did you lie? Were you a villain? I was like, I'm going to be a hero. And my father said it best about midway through the first season I was on. And he was like, well, I turned off the TV midway through the show. They're making a jackass out of my son on national TV. I lost my job. I lost my coaching career. I mean, I lost everything. I got hate mail every day. I mean, it was brutal.
Oh my
So on the one
God.
side, I felt like the heroic parts that I did were not put in there. However, if I skip to this other side, I also feel like
This guy's a fucking star. Oh my God, he's so good with the camera. What the hell? Oh my God, I want to watch his season.
they film us 24 hours a day. I'm pretty eclectic. They picked up on that straight away. And so they were like, we're going to just expand the boundaries. So when I watch myself, I'm like, that's not me. But then on the other time, I'm like, oh, wait, that is me.
I wish I was different than what the show shows. Like, it was me. Unfortunately, a lot of people
Okay, I
didn't
love
like
this.
it. Me. And that's okay.
I always wanted to be on a reality TV show. 3, 2, 1.
Why am I not surprised? One, most likely to be on a reality show in high school. Like, it's been part of my being. I grew up watching Survivor, Big Brother, and The Amazing Race. Like, those 3 shows had such a huge impact on my life growing up, just because it was an opportunity for me to see other gay members of the LGBT community be a voice for someone like me from the Midwest who'd never really had that to look up to.
When people said to me, man, I applied for this show for 10 years in a row, I'm like, man, you guys got to get a life. I never. Damn. Sorry, wait, no, sorry. No, but I mean, to apply a couple of times, but over and over, I never watched it.
I got along with the other contestants. 3, 2, 1.
I didn't go out and specifically seek adversity with my castmates, but at the same time, I was trying to push the envelope and do things differently than they had ever been. It was really surprising though, like when you're watching, you get really nervous before the episode because you have no idea what they're gonna grab for the final edit. So when people would say, yeah, Coach is such a jackass, I mean, I think that was hard, but on the flip side, you know, I made some really strong bonds.
I met my girlfriend on the show, and so like we get along pretty well, but all the other cast members are just so different. There's just no
I did not
scenario
see that
we
at
would
all.
be hanging out other than just being forced to live together.
I mean, I can get along with everybody. It doesn't mean I have to like them or respect them.
Oh, it's
And
so
we get a
interesting
lot
to
of
see how the
flack
experience
for
is
associating
different.
with certain people, and it's like, what do you want me to go against this person? Like, he's in power. I have to pretend to like him. Like, this is not real life, people.
We have a group chat on WhatsApp with all 22 of us still to this day, and over half of them were able to come to our wedding in December. I recognize what we have is very special, but I also know that it's not for everyone.
I feel like the show depends so much, right? Like it has to, like the actual, like I'm sure a lot of reality show producers are kind of like they're incentivized to stir up drama and stuff. But I'm curious, like which producers are like are there producers who are like better at like stoking like an actual like friendship between them, or is it just the people entirely who like kind of happen to be good? I don't know. And good is a weird way to put it. It's really just like, it's hard. Like, reality TV is weird as hell.
Be surprised about what happens behind the scenes. 3, 2, 1.
The game is real, the competition's real, every like aspect of that side of it is real. But every single conversation I have with somebody who loves the show, you know, no matter how long they've watched it, they always say like, oh my gosh, that's so surprising, I didn't know that. So clearly it is, and for us even in the house, like week 1, we were talking, we're like, wait, there's no screen in the diary room? Like, mind-blowing, like small things. So yeah, they're surprised. Like, I'm not gonna say their life is gonna be rocked or changed.
At the end of the day, it's a TV show, you know? So like you just see what's in front of the camera, but if the camera were to just like turn around once, there's a whole crew.
If you were to tell someone like, oh, this happened behind the scenes, but they had watched the show, they wouldn't be like, oh, they'd be like, oh, that makes sense. That person seemed like that. They would do that.
Yeah.
I love her.
You know what I mean?
Behind the scenes, there's no behind the scenes. They are adamant. If we don't get it the first time, we will not ask you to recreate a situation. I never saw the host in Tribal say, okay, hold on a second, let me ask that different. It's all one take. And when you're not when they're not filming something, you're on absolute strict lockdown. You can't talk to anybody. If the cameras aren't rolling, you don't talk to anybody else. And if you do talk to somebody else, somebody's gonna jump your shit. And they're gonna be like, shut up, you shut up, look that way, look that way. And you know, you're basically persona non grata when the cameras are rolling.
Reality TV accurately represents reality. 3, 2, 1.
No way. She's like, what?
No, I would
Yeah,
say
accurately.
here.
How do you strongly? I'm sorry. I'm very curious to hear his take.
Reality TV demonstrates the extremes. The world just isn't binary. Like, it doesn't operate in extremes. It shows you some things that are real, but it doesn't accurately reflect the world because
The producers.
You know, that's when people sit down and talk, they usually find out they have more in common than they thought.
It's interesting because fans really think it's real life. And
Really
I mean,
do.
it's crazy. I mean, somebody can say, yeah, Johnny Depp is Captain Jack Sparrow, and they can be less convinced of that than looking at us and saying, these guys, that's exactly how they are in real life. It's a TV show. Most TV shows are not real.
People really do have a hard time realizing that this is not a real world situation. These scenarios you would never be in, and the high stress and the lack of sleep, I mean, at least I did not sleep like for 99 days. It is not any normal situation that you would put yourself in. However, the emotions and the experiences that happen are very, very raw and very, very real. And I think anyone in those scenarios would have those raw, real emotions. And that's another thing that is hard, I think, for viewers to realize when they're so critical of how we responded to certain things. It's like, well, take my shoes. Please wear them and see how you would do.
Sometimes
I feel like she must have got so much criticism for her appearance. I really want to know what the fuck happened on her show now. Like, oh my god.
What you say or an emotion you display might be used in a different context to fit a narrative that wants to be told for the overall show. So I'm glad I didn't focus on that accurately. That I am focusing on the accurately display of reality, because it doesn't.
Appearance on the show.
I think it depends what your reality is. So if you're put on a show like Survivor, well, that's a weird forced reality that it's not, I mean, that's clearly not like what reality is. But if you're on like My 600-Pound Life, you're 600 pounds, you know? That's their life. That's real to them.
Yeah, I wish that viewers
I
would realize
guess.
the separation of reality, but also give us a little more grace in the flawed human moments.
I mean, it's still like how the producer's editing it and like the questions they ask. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen one of those shows because like that stuff does not really like gel with me. I don't find any humor. I mean, I don't know. It's just not my thing. But yeah, like I feel like probably those aren't completely accurate to like day-to-day experiences and fairly portraying.
Is an important form of entertainment. 3, 2,
Important. Can exist, yeah, sure.
I tried, I can't. I think reality TV is good for showing like subcultures that we wouldn't know exist. But important? No. I mean, come on. Like, I don't think like we're learning valuable lessons by watching Guido's party.
There's
I agree with
certain
that.
shows that maybe lack value more than others, but at the same time, reality TV is so broad. There are actually a lot of very informational, very fascinating shows.
I think
Wait,
that
like
we can
what?
see ourselves in
I wanna
characters
know.
all the time, but I feel for so many it's probably easier when you're looking at real, real people. Oh, if I was in that situation, how would I respond? I feel like there is something intrinsically important about being able to put yourself in other people's shoes.
I think it depends on the show, and I think everyone who's watching that show is going to have a different reaction to it. Like, some shows may not have an impact on me where others might, but I will never forget the impact that watching Survivor Africa, season 3, Frank and Brandon sharing popcorn and candy, watching a drive-through movie in the middle of the African plains together, was a gay man and a guy who's never interacted with a gay man before in his entire life. And just watching that interaction and that experience at such a young age had such a profound impact on me.
Oh, that was the video. That was actually a very compelling argument.
Who won? Who won?
Yeah, get
Come
to
on,
the
now that matters.
that
Who won?
would be a
Who won
Who
to
was
see?
the best?
That was the best. I feel like Coach like stole the show in the beginning, and then the 20-somethings dude had some like he was very consistently funny to me throughout. And then his girlfriend was really nice, and then the big brother wasn't funny, but and then the big brother the big brother woman, she was neat. I mean, I felt like she definitely had a lot to say about like how fans get perspectives from reality TV, which was interesting. And the other two folks, I mean, the gay dude was phenomenal. Then the other dude was like he stole the show at the end. Then the other dude, I don't remember too much. Oh no, he was Kyland, he was Big Brother too. Okay, yeah, wait. He going pretty good. Coach talking about behind the scenes of Survivor is so interesting and proves once again that Jeff Probst is the best host in the business. I did watch like a decent amount of Survivor. I might have even watched this dude. I don't know. Like, it grossed me out, but I watched it with my parents because they loved it, and I it's kind of addicting. I know I ended up like going back when I was a bit older to watch some of like the Smash player Ken's like run on it, which was neat. I wish they would have talked more about the effects reality TV had on their personal lives. That would have been neat. The major reality TV show fan, this was crazy to see. Coach Kyland. I feel like I need to send this video to my older sister because she watches Big Brother, so she'd love this, or used to. Ironically enough, coaches strongly disagree and so for viewers would be surprised at what happens behind the scenes. Surprised me. Yeah. I definitely like. Yeah, no, that was a really interesting video. I didn't know anything about the people going into it, but like it's neat to watch people who I guess are like famous in their own fandoms, right? Never expected to see Coach Benjamin Wade, Kylan Young, Holly Allen, and James Wellington in the same room, let alone in a Jubilee video. Neat. Ooh, very interesting. However, I would love to see y'all revisit this with reality stars that came from dating reality shows and how they felt about dating slash love IRL versus reality show dating love. Yeah, I strongly agree with this. Like, I think there's so many interesting like facets of reality TV that you can actually explore with this kind of video. Respect. This is a good content idea. What a treat to see Coach on this episode. Sad to see he got so much hate mail and lost his job. He's a legend. Us in the Survivor community feel truly lucky that he found his way onto the show. Yeah, I mean, he had stage presence. 20-something was the best reality TV show I've ever seen. It was so down to earth compared to the other ones I've seen, and I really felt like I didn't know them. It looked like they casted really well, at least for my taste. This just proves how different a show Amazing Race is to all the others. The guy in red had nothing but positive comments. Yeah, it always looked really like neat. Secondly, most people who hate how they were portrayed on a show only if they were a villain. Kudos to Coach for owning up. He can be a weirdo. That's great. All right, I really love this video. It was so neat. I really don't know what else to say, but yeah, Spectrum videos are really fun to me. I hope you folks have a great rest of your day. Oh, thank you for watching too. I said it out of order. Oh my god. Bye. Hey folks, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.